Hey there, it is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and today is Saturday, March the 11th, 2023. It is also my friend Mark Sinnott's birthday. I say friend, but Mark is more like family, as many of you may know by now, and those that don't, you don't. But Mark knows it, and I just got off the phone with him. So, Mark, you know when this is recorded. Continued happy birthday. So, let's talk about this week. It's been an interesting week. A lot's been going on. Um, it's been, I'll call it absorption week, media absorption week. So I've been listening to a lot of stuff because I got on the second the big Genesis on the BBC box set, 5 discs. I'm still absorbing that and processing it and finding a roadmap of how I want to talk about it. So that's one thing. Today I just heard the new song from the upcoming Yes album, and I can't think of the name of the song, but I really liked it. Yes, I don't know how much you know this unless you're like a diehard Yes fan like me, but Yes fans have a lot of venom for what they think is and isn't Yes. And I don't. Whoever is in Yes is who Yes is, as far as I'm concerned. I know that makes sense, doesn't it? But there are people like, John Anderson hasn't been in the band for a long time as vocalist. So anyone that's not him, they hate. Fair enough if you're a John Anderson fan and you don't like not John Anderson, you shouldn't listen to it. All music is voluntary. I check that out once. You can look it up. No one makes you have to listen to anything you don't want to. But I listened to this and I said, I wonder how this is going to be. I hope it doesn't suck. And I listened and it didn't suck. And I listened to it again and it was still good. It was a nice piece. It had a lot of good motion and it felt like Yes. That's all I'm looking for. In fact, as I was talking to Mark Sinnott, I also been listening to the advance of the upcoming new Jethro Tull album, Rock Flute. Excellent stuff. Excellent, excellent. And if you never liked Jethro Tull, you're still not going to like this album. So just so you know. So there's some music for you. Monday I got my lasagna from lasagnalove.org, and it was delicious. I had it over the week and I shared some of it with some family, and I had the last piece of it today because I couldn't have any yesterday because it was a meat lasagna, and as Catholic boy during Lent, I don't eat meat on Fridays during Lent, so no es bueno. So I didn't do that. But I will tell you, I did see a buttload of movies recently. So on Turner, I forget what day. I don't know if I talked about this last time, but it was around that time. It was Saturday or Sunday that I watched the end of Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, and I watched You Can't Take It With You, which I love that movie. Jimmy Stewart and why have I gone up on her name? She's in Shane. You know, it's what's her name? She's such a great actress. Jean Arthur. Thank you, Inner Brain, for reminding me. So I'll watch that. Um, Watch something else there. Last night I was up because at quarter after 1 in the morning they were playing The Time Machine. The 1960 version, also known as the only version. Don't watch a version of The Time Machine that is not that version, because it's the only one you need. And it's still brilliant, and I just adore it. So, and then during the week, I got in one of my favorite films finally on Blu-ray, because it hasn't even been on DVD. The Bliss of Mrs. Blossom, which is a 1968, I'm going to call it a romp, with Shirley MacLaine and Richard Attenborough and James Booth, and lots of little cameos. Like John Cleese from Python is in there as a uh, easily upsettable postal and confused postal clerk. And I noticed, I didn't notice, I don't know how did I not notice this before, that the ever beautiful and wonderful Carol Cleveland, who also did tons of Python, is in there as one of Mr. Blossom's bra models. And by the way, first time I ever got to see this in widescreen. Gorgeous, gorgeous print. Go get it, go see it, love it as I do. So I watched that. I watched from around that same period. Was it 66? Or was it 68? One or the other. Somewhere in that period, I got my DVD finally of Modesty Blaze, based on the old British Peter O'Donnell comic strip over in England, with Monica Vitti, who I believe just died in the past few weeks, as Modesty Blaze, and Terrence Stamp is in there, Dirk Bogarde is in there, lots of people, intrigue. It was that time where it was sort of the James Bond version of Beatlemania, where James Bond was big and everyone tried to do something Bond like. That's how we got The Man from Uncle. That's how we got, In Like Flint and Our Man Flint, and all kinds of stuff. I forget that David Niven did a thing. Everyone had a Bondian kind of thing at that period. And this was just like one of the things it had in common with The Bliss of Mrs. Blossom is they are explosions of Carnaby Street color. Just wonderful, fun, beautiful, great outfits, great music. And today I just watched a favorite movie of mine from 2010, from India, a movie called Entiran, which Enthiran, which means the robot, and it's about a guy who invents a robot that falls in love when he gives it an emotion chip with his girlfriend slash fiance, and then tries to destroy the world later on, or at least destroy India. But it's got lots of great stuff. It's a great action science fiction film, and of course, because it's a Bollywood film, there are 5 or 6 or 7 songs in it. They stopped to do the song. None of the songs bother me. And some of them, there was one where it's like a love kind of song, but like an energetic love song. And I'm going to get this wrong, but she says, the female lead says something close to, I am a 5 foot tall tree, fully graze me. Ooh. And he says something about if she was a field of grass, he's like a hungry tiger, and who can blame him? And it was just like, there's very little foolery in an Indian film because of traditions. But I'm telling you, some of those lyrics get pretty darn blue, as they would say. So I watched that again. I hadn't watched that in a while, and of course, it's also, since it's an Indian movie, it's almost 3 hours long. Um, but if you haven't seen it, let me highly recommend The Robot. Enthiran. Um, and I can't think of the actress. She has an impossible name for my mind at the moment, but she is stunningly beautiful with maybe some of the most beautiful eyes I've seen ever on a human being. Um, Watch, you'll tell me their contacts, but I don't know. Her eyes are just gorgeous. So all that stuff, uh, had my communion on Thursday. Been doing my Lenten readings every day, and some work as well, and unimaginable leg pain. I may get to the point where I need it looked into. I hope I haven't gotten, because I know I get like pinched by things all the times on the in my the hamstrings, I guess you'd say, and I worry. I don't want to worry that I'm getting deep vein thrombosis or anything like that. That would be Not good. So, um, I'm sure I'm missing stuff. I know my friend Suze is going through a lot of stuff. Lori's going through a lot of stuff. Ari's going through a lot of stuff. Um, I got a beautiful statue of Saint Joseph holding the baby Jesus, infant Jesus. I'll put that after this video. In the images I usually put in between. So when that pops up, you'll know that that's what that is. So, meanwhile, I think that's enough for a video today. I hope you're all doing well. By the way, special thank you to Rob Generini for sending me 6 songs that were a joy to listen to. I replied, I hope you saw that, Rob. Keep it up. I think a lot of people would like to see that, so think about it. Um, I love you all. Be in touch. See you next time. Probably not wearing these big glasses. Bye bye.